I'm Cheryl Josephson reporting from the campus of Indiana University, where a peaceful takeover is underway as we speak. This week, the campus has been overtaken by about 3,000 high school students. Now, behind me, you see some of these students. Some of these kids have come from as far away as Alaska and Canada and Sweden to participate in a conference that goes by the acronym CHIC, or Covenant High Congress.
Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? CHIC is not a commentator in a suit. The CHIC is not like a serene time in the sun. CHIC is wild. It's outrageous. It's crazy. You guys, where are you at? What is this place? This is CHIC. This is a wonderful place. Take a look at what CHIC is.
Let praises rise high on the song of the redeemed, where justice rolls down like a mighty water, and righteousness grows like an ever-flowing stream, and mercy resounds like the waves on the ocean. Let praises rise high on the songs of the redeemed. Let praises rise high on the songs of the redeemed. Let praises rise high on the songs of the redeemed.
Like all of you out there, I was born at a very early age, and then in 1956 I graduated from high school, and we received word that the Covenant was going to have their first CHIC event in Colorado. And I went to my parents and I said, is there any way we could go? And talked to my dad, and we talked to my neighbor across the street who happened to be my cousin, and we rounded up about 6 of us guys. When we arrived at camp, one of the things we discovered is that they were electing a president and a first lady. And that was a whole new thing for us, because CHIC at that time meant Covenant High Congress. And it was meant to be delegations coming from different churches together. Then we had representatives from each one of the areas of the country. And then they got together, and as a Congress would, to write up referendums, to write up statements about our faith in relationship to the world and issues of social justice. As the week moved along, we noticed that, oh my goodness, we've never seen so many people together. There was like well over 200 people in this one camp, biggest thing we'd ever been to. And then the most important thing happened for us Iowa boys. We saw for the first time California girls. And wow, we were mesmerized. We said, California girls, this is the best. That week I really count in my life as the time that I made my first adult commitment to Jesus Christ. And I have leaned on that and gone back to that as my center point in my relationship with Jesus Christ. In 1964, I had moved to California, and I was a youth pastor at the Hillmark Covenant Church. It was quite an experience to have gone to CHIC in 1956 and seen our first California girls, then move to California and bring California girls to CHIC. And that was great, because we had 18 students that went to CHIC that year. And it was a great event for all of us. In 1972, Al Johnson had been promoted in to the Department of Christian Education. He was our Minister of Youth for the denomination, and it was his brainchild to bring together both the East and West CHIC events and into one place. And the Y Camp at Estes Park in Colorado was the place that was chosen, and it was a great place. It was beautiful. The main thing that happened to us that year as we gathered together for the first time was that we got to see students from all over the United States in one place. And the second thing that happened to us was that the music changed its whole scenario. All through the years from our very beginning in '56, we always had piano and we had organ with a song leader, and then we always had the CHIC choir. And those were the ways in which we did music. And while the music was great, it wasn't as nearly as much fun and as great as when they invited Bobby Stromberg to come and be our music leader.
1972, Reverend Al Johnson, who was the executive director of CHIC, he and his wife and some other chaperones took a group of my friends and I, who were in a gospel team from North Park, to Europe. This is also the summer that I had the opportunity to work with Young Life at Frontier Ranch in Buena Vista, Colorado. And our final day of camp there, I got a call from my friend Al Johnson. And he said that he was up in Estes Park at CHIC, and I said, "Oh, how are things going?" He said, "Oh, great, we had a wonderful opening night last night, but I'm wondering if you'd be able to come tomorrow. Could you be here tomorrow night?" And I said, "Well, I'd have to change my plans a little bit, send my kids home to Buffalo on the bus by themselves with some other chaperones, but I probably could do that." And he said, "Well, it's just that we had our opening night, and we realized that we probably should have somebody leading music here." And so I said, "Yeah, I think I could make it." So that's how I fell into being the worship leader at CHIC for 31 years. That was 1972. I remember we met in Longhouse. It was actually a skating rink. Our stage was a platform, one platform, about 8 inches off the floor. All of the students were seated on their CHIC pillows that they had brought with them for comfort. I remember for our sound system, North Park brought the sound equipment. We had a Shure Vocal Master system. It was 2 5-foot speakers about this wide with cabinets with 6 speakers in the front of them. That was it, one on each side. I had a microphone on my mouth, a microphone on my guitar. We had one overhead projector for throwing lyrics up on the screen, and that was it. But it was exciting because I started writing music, especially for CHIC. And really, CHIC is the whole reason I think I wrote any music at all. I'd have the chance to perform things in between those conferences, but really it was CHIC that taught me how to do that.
As the east is from the west, so far has He removed our transgressions from us. Alleluia. Let me hear just your voices. As the east is from the west, so far as He removed our transgressions from us. Alleluia.
We began to outgrow Longhouse in '80. We were packed to the gills, and it was getting difficult. And we were raising our stage, but then we were having to duck to keep from hitting the ceiling. So we moved to Laramie, Wyoming, to the university there, University of Wyoming. And that was the first year that we started to get some technology involved, started to get a decent sound system, some decent lighting. But it was between '84 and '88 that, in talking to my friend Rick Carlson, who, by the way, I had met at CHIC in 1980. He was the choir director that year, and we'd become very, very close friends. And he said, CHIC needs to move into the modern era. We need to make a giant step here. And if Rick had not come along, I don't know how much longer CHIC would have lasted in the form that it was.